Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the What's Gayer podcast, where you, the listeners, decide what's gayer, an actual gay couple or whatever the fuck we have going on. And we're in person.
We're in person.
Together.
We're in my room, if it wasn't obvious. It's been a little bit since we've recorded an episode.
Yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. There's been a lot of stuff that's happened over the past, how long has it been since we actually recorded? Because you guys saw the episode several months after it was recorded. Because it was late October when we recorded. So that November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June.
So
8 months.
We basically incubated a podcast baby.
We did. Yep. We did.
But yeah, things got crazy. It was TwitchCon, and then some things happened. If you are on the internet in the gaming sphere, you might know about a certain how do I want to say this? Situation that a person who used to stream Undertale and Deltarune pretty religiously found out. Terrible person, by the way. And I was very personally affected by that particular situation, and therefore decided to no longer make content for a while, aside from streaming sometimes. And now we're back. And
we're back.
Good, and
we're back.
Things are good now. So
life is good.
Life is good.
Life is good. If you guys remember last episode, we interviewed this really random guy that we just met at TwitchCon.
For sure. Had totally just met him. The algorithm, you may know him. My boyfriend now. By the way, that random guy, my boyfriend now. Which is so.
Who is that guy?
It's so funny to think about the fact that the viewers they may have heard of him because a lot of our viewers I think are fans of ours already.
Yep.
But yeah, that random guy that we just had on as a guest, my boyfriend now, by the way.
Yep.
Since that time.
Yep.
Which is funny and fun but yeah. Ryan, if you're watching this, hi.
Hi.
But yeah.
Fun turn of events.
Turn of events, for sure.
For sure. If you've been watching at least Grace's streams, I think pretty much everybody knows that now.
Everybody knows that.
But this is for the podcast folks who maybe if you only listen to the podcast and don't follow our streaming at all, which seems unlikely, but there could be that subset of people out there. But yes.
Yep.
They're dating, and I'm the official third wheel of their relationship just permanently.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. There's my wife and her husband, and then my wife's wife, aka me, and my boyfriend. Yeah,
not just confusing at all.
No, not at all. It totally makes sense, and everything's fine.
Everything's great. We're doing a couples trip in November for Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, we are.
Which will be really fun, actually.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast.
It's going to be a blast. We're going up to Grace's neck of the woods, and we rented an Airbnb. So the four of us are going to stay in the Airbnb, and then we're going to do a Friendsgiving, which will be fun because we live so far away, so normally we can't do Friendsgiving.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun to actually be able to celebrate a holiday together in person.
I know.
Which is, despite knowing each other for almost 4 years, we've never celebrated a holiday together in person.
Never.
As far as I don't think
aside from birthdays.
Yeah, birthdays, but not actual holidays like Christmas or anything like that. Which is really, or Halloween even too.
I know.
We need to do something for Halloween or New Year's Eve. I know. That'd be so fun. I need to move. Is the moral of the story.
So real, actually.
I need to move.
I like that your conclusion to us talking about celebrating holidays together.
I need to move.
You need to move.
Yeah, I need to move. I need to move.
It's the only logical solution.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Other recent news for me, I'm dipping around in the order that we wrote our notes down in.
Fine.
I got a new job. So I started a new job at the end of February. And for a while it was going okay, and it's kind of been a shit show. The last month or so, it's been kind of rough. When I started, I knew going into it starting that there was a team member who was there for 40 years that was going to retire. So I knew that going in. And that was a little bit of an adjustment, but we got through it and we learned, and it's fine. And then last month we had one of my coworkers leave. So we're temporarily taking on, the other people on my team are temporarily taking on some of their work. And then now Thursday, right before my 3-day weekend, I found out my other coworker is leaving. So it's just me on the team. So I don't know how that's gonna work out yet. But you know, if we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. I unfortunately, because of also this new job, I have to work during SGDQ coming up, which is coming up in like a week already, basically.
Yeah, from the time of recording this. We're recording this on June 28th.
Yes.
And SGDQ starts on July 5th.
Yep.
So.
And we're both getting there July 4th.
Yep.
So it's less than a week until I leave. It's 6 days until I leave. So we're gonna see. We're just gonna see how this works out. But yeah, that's what's been new for me life-wise, besides just all the other things that have happened that we've gotten like unhealthily obsessed with.
Yes.
A little bit. Great segue into something we've been unhealthily obsessed with. We watched Heated Rivalry, the TV show. You may have heard of it. It came out I think it came out officially at the end of last year, and we were a little late to the crowd. I don't remember when we started watching it. It was before your birthday trip, so it was like February.
Yeah,
I think it was sometime in February. I watched it first, and then I had to wait patiently for Grace to watch it because everyone was recommending it to her, and then it triggered her PDAs, and she couldn't watch it.
I struggle with passive demand avoidance, which basically means that if lots of people tell me lots of times that I need to consume a piece of media, I can no longer consume that piece of media. Hence why I still have not read Throne of Glass. I will get there eventually. Everyone keeps telling me to read it, and I can't read it because people keep telling me. But then, yeah, I couldn't watch Heated Rivalry because everyone was talking about it, and everyone was like, oh my gosh, Grace, you'd love this show, it's super gay, it's hockey, you'd be obsessed with it. And then I couldn't watch it, and so then I finally got around to it, and oh boy,
my god,
they were right.
When I watched it, I was like holding my breath, and I'm like, Grace would freaking love this show, and she needs to watch it, but if I tell her to watch it, it's gonna just be another month before she watches it, so I have to hold my breath and just, I know she's gonna watch it, and I gotta bide my time.
Yep.
And she did watch it. Yep. She started watching it without me. She started watching the first couple episodes without me.
It was like a random Saturday. I think you had a market.
No, I was at my in-laws' house.
Oh, you were in your house. Yeah, but you were not home, and I was like, and nobody was like available to hang out in Discord. And like on the weekends, like usually what I do is I just like sit in Discord all day with my friends.
Yep.
And so when my friends were not available, I'm like twiddling my thumbs. What the fuck do I do? So then I was like, well, might as well just click play and start watching it. And I think I watched the first like 2 episodes.
I think so.
Because I think because episode 3 is Scott and Kip, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And when
spoilers, by the way.
Oh, sorry. When you got home, that's when I was like, I was starting that episode, and so then you joined in on that one. And we watched the rest of it that day.
Yep. Of course.
In one day.
It's only 6 episodes.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not, like, an unrealistic thing to binge the entire season. It's, like, 6 hours, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Because they're about an hour-long episodes. But, oh, it's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
We are obsessed. We are obsessed.
With particularly Ilya.
God, I love Ilya Rozanov.
I love him so much.
Love Ilya Rozanov.
We've also we read all the books now because Heated Rivalry is based on a book series called Game Changers by Rachel Reed. Heated Rivalry is book 2, which follows Shane and Ilya.
Yep.
Shane Hollander, Canada's Shane Hollander and Russia's Ilya Rozanov.
So real.
So book 2 follows them. Book 1 follows Scott and Kip, Scott Hunter and Kip Grady. I got it right. I was like, what is Kip's last name? Yep. I remembered.
Nice.
I remembered. And basically Scott and Kip's love story and Scott eventually coming out, being the first hockey player to come out, is what triggers Shane and Ilya to realize that they live this like 10-year-long situationship, being rival hockey players, rivals to lovers for the win. We love it. So that triggers them to finally like actually confess their love for each other, and it's so spicy, but the love story is so
sorry.
It was so spicy it made Grace sneeze.
No, my allergies are just on the fritz, okay? It's fine. Sorry, listeners. I tried to hold it in and it just didn't work. Anyway, continue.
It's so spicy, but the love story is so good. Like it's got everything.
Yeah.
And the following books are so good too. So there is another book about Shane and Ilya. I think there's 6 books out right now. 5 or 6.
I'm trying to think. It's Game Changers, Heated Rivalry, Tough Guy,
Role
Model, and The Long Game. So there's 5.
There's 5. There's 5. So The Long Game is gonna be basically season 2 of the show.
Yep.
And that like continues their love story and all of the struggles that they're facing. And there's it's all kind of in the same universe. So like all of the like it's happening all at the same time essentially.
Mm-hmm.
All of the books. But Ilya, the bisexual menace that he is, appears in every book.
I
love him so much. He's everything to me.
I love Ilya.
It's not fair that he's not real.
I know.
I want him to be real.
I want him to be real and I want him to be mine. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's so good.
It's so good.
What's your favorite scene in the entire show?
Oh god. Okay, I have 2 favorite scenes. I have 3 favorite scenes, and they're all favorites for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Vegas.
Yeah.
The Vegas hotel room scene, for those who know, you know.
Yep.
Peak Ilya Rosanov.
Yep.
I also love the scene with Shane and Rose when the confession scene.
Mm-hmm.
That scene is really good for completely different reasons than the Vegas scene.
Yes.
And then I also love the scene when Shane's in the hospital and he's like, "Will you come to my cottage this summer?" I like that scene.
Yeah.
Just because it's very memeable. Oh, and then there's also stupid Canadian wolf birds. So I
know.
guess I have 4 favorites.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I love it very much.
Yeah. I think mine for spice, it's also the Vegas hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Like there ain't nothing gonna beat that.
Yep.
But then also after, like it gets like really spicy, and then like at the end of the scene when Shane's leaving and like typing all the messages and untyping his phone, you can see that he's fallen so hard.
Yep.
Because he's like typing like, "Okay, see you next season," like "get home safe" or whatever, and keeps typing and deleting, and then he says, "We didn't even kiss."
Yeah.
We didn't even kiss.
My Shane.
Which is like, buddy, Shane, you're so down bad. You're so in love with him already, and you're not even saying your first names to each other at this point.
Yeah.
They're still just calling each other Hollander and Rosanov and pretending that nobody feels anything.
Yep.
So it's that hits me. And then I think also the scene with Rose, like I sobbed my eyes out.
Yeah. Same.
When I watched that scene, like it just hit so hard.
Yeah.
I just love Rose so much.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also really love the scene where they first actually like tell each other that they love each other, because Ilya says it first.
Yeah.
Which is like, and it's so good.
Yeah, Ilya says it first in Russian. Like
yes. Oh my god, the monologue, the Russian monologue.
Oh. He had to go back to Russia, and then he's very upset and calls Shane, and he's struggling to put the words he wants to say in English, and so then Shane says, "Well, why don't you say it to me in Russian? Like I won't understand, but maybe it will help." And then Ilya goes on this whole super long monologue, and then at the end he's like, "I love you so much and I don't know what to do about it," but he says it in Russian. And then later when they actually tell each other, like, it's so good.
It's
Ilya,
so good.
he says it in Russian again, and then he says, "I love you," and then Shane's like, you can see
the
realization of like he said this to me before, like I recognize those words, and it's so good. It's so good.
And then Shane's like feels such relief that he wasn't alone in his feelings.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I think Shane tries to tell him earlier when they're in Florida for the All-Star game, the night like right before they leave, essentially, when Shane comes out to Ilya, which is also a funny scene.
Yeah.
Because Shane's like, I'm gay, and Ilya's like, what would make you think that?
Yeah.
And it's really funny.
Yeah,
and Shane's like,
like,
trying to be
so?
serious,
Like...
and then she's like, and then he says like, tell me you don't feel like it's different this time. Like, he's trying to say it but can't quite get up the courage, and is hoping that Ilya will say it. And then that's still like a year or two later, I think, at that point.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that much later.
Yeah.
That
the scene when they tell each other that they love each other for the first time, and like Ilya says it, and then like Shane like looks at him, and then there's a moment of panic in Ilya's brain that he's like, that Shane isn't gonna say it back, and I'm like, why wouldn't he say it back? Like, Ilya. And then, like, after Shane says it, then Ilya's like, you could, the physical, like, relief that you see.
Yes. It's so good. They're such good actors, Hudson and Connor.
Incredible.
They were unknown actors before this. So it's, like, wild for them, I'm sure, to be going on this journey of, like, very suddenly newfound fame of, like, and of this, like, that must be so much to go through. Like, not only just finding this newfound fame, but also being a part of this kind of revolutionary like story, like of being like a fully gay show with like gay sex scenes and everything like that, and that it's so popular. Like, I'm sure it's so much to go through and so much pressure, but they're like, so from what I've seen, they're so cool. Like in interviews, they are just so fun to like watch, and like their chemistry is really good too, which helps a lot. They remind me of us too.
Yeah.
They're just like us. Because Hudson is so unhinged. Too. Connor is also pretty unhinged, but nothing compared to Hudson.
Yeah.
He's so unhinged, and I love it so much. So if you haven't yet, look up like Hudson and Connor interviews, and you'll find so many good ones. So many good ones. So I just love that. I love everything about this stupid gay hockey show, but it's not actually stupid. But
this very incredible gay hockey show.
Incredible gay hockey show that has so much depth. It's not just the smut. It has so much depth.
Yeah,
and everything. I'm just like, it's so good.
It's so good.
And there's another like smutty hockey show that has come out recently, but like it's a straight hockey show, and I'm like, I don't really know if I have interest in watching this. Because it'll just remind me of Heated Rivalry, and it won't be as good.
It won't be as good because it's not gay.
It's not gay. And I'm like, I'd rather just watch Heated Rivalry again. We've watched it many times.
We have.
Like, I've watched it probably 5 or 6 times through and through. Yeah. Like, over the past few months. Because, like, I watched it for the first time, and then I watched most of it again with you. I watched it with Will from start to finish, so he's seen it. We made Ryan watch it, and he had to give us all his recaps. Ryan, aka the algorithm. By the way. We made Ryan watch it and make him give us all his thoughts and recaps about it. And then we watched it for when our friend got married, her bachelorette weekend. We watched it because she had never seen it before either. So we watched it then. So that's like 5 or 6 times. So it won't be the last.
It won't be the last.
It won't be the last. Plus all of the like edits we have on TikTok.
Oh my gosh.
Too.
My folder of my Heated Rivalry edits is hundreds of edits long.
Yes. Yep. We watched all of them at some point. I don't remember when. Several times that you made us watch through all your TikTok edits.
Yep.
We did that recently with the Starry edits too.
Yes, we did.
We did.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. But yeah. I did get a Shane Hollander jersey. And eventually you'll get a Ilya Rozanov jersey at some point.
I want an Ilya Rozanov jersey.
They're so pricey. So pricey. It was my birthday gift, which is why I got it. So, but I love my Heated Rivalry. And I love this show so much. I think the next season's supposed to come out next year sometime. I think so. It won't be too long of a wait. But I'm sure they'll probably start filming soon at some point too. So I'm so curious. Like, obviously we read the book, so like we know what it's going to be about relatively, but like we don't know, okay, what other books are they going to incorporate the other characters from the other books into it?
I think that there'll be an episode in season 2 kind of akin to episode 3 in season 1 with Scott and Kip. I think there'll be one of the couple from Role Model because it's happens at the same
Same time.
and
Yeah.
with not spoiling things, just due to the uh consistent presence of those
Yes.
characters
Yeah.
within the long game.
Yeah, I would say so.
I would say that it in the things that happen in the long game, I think that they'll have to, like,
Yeah.
just for context reasons,
Yep.
have an episode of those characters.
Yeah, I think so too. So I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Yeah, me too.
But I think that's all of our Heated Rivalry thoughts for now.
Yep.
For now.
For now. I'm sure we will have more eventually.
Other things that we did in the past few months, we went to AGDQ.
Yes, we did.
In January, beginning of January. Which that was a lot of fun. It was a very cramped hotel room, and I had to work the whole week. So it was an interesting dynamic,
yeah,
to say the least. But we had a good time. We had I got to volunteer for donos the first time for donation, so that was really exciting. And Grace was head donos.
I was head donations.
That was your first
time?
My
first time.
Yeah,
head donations. Yeah,
first time head donos, so that was fun. And during AGDQ, we went to lunch one day and plotted out some submissions for SGDQ, and those ideas turned out to be really good ideas.
They panned out because we're going to be running at SGDQ 2026.
I'm so excited.
Our mainline debut. We're going to be speedrunning Stardew Valley on the big stage at SGDQ.
We found out in May, so we've known for like 2 months now already, and it's a week away pretty much now already, which is wild. So I don't know if this episode will be out. I'll try to get it out this week, maybe after we record. But if this episode comes out before then, it's going to be July 7th at around 11 a.m. Central Time. And we're going to be doing a really interesting run. It's a Crafts Room versus Mines 50 bid war race. So we're going to be racing each other to complete both a Mines 50 speed run, which is to get to floor 50 of the mines, and then also a seated Crafts Room run. So we'll be completing the Crafts Room in the community center, but it'll be seated, so that we'll be able to get everything we need in a relatively like quick amount of time.
Yep.
Because normal Crafts Room is a lot of RNG based, and it's not really as feasible on the newer update now to do it unseated in a marathon safe way. So we decided to go a seated route for that. So we'll be racing to complete both of those, and there will be a bid war. So the viewers will be able to donate to like. They'll donate to either Crafts Room or Mines 50 to decide who they want, like what run they want to switch to next. So we'll be checking in with the host every 5 minutes, and whatever run is winning the bid war is what we'll switch to.
Yep.
So it's gonna be kind of chaotic.
It's gonna be so much chaos and also so fun.
Yes.
Like, I'm so excited. Chaos for charity is one of my favorite things. And yeah, we're super hyped. Our friend Lee, aka 20-something loser, you might have heard of her. She's gonna be on our couch. So basically, if this is us on the GDQ stream, she'll be back there, doing commentary for us and also helping us keep track of time for host check-ins and things like that. And then also our other friend, the Valiant Sun, is gonna be hosting for us. So we have the total dream team, which is really very exciting. When we did a Harvey marriage race at GDQX at TwitchCon, both Lee and Jess were on the comm couch for us, and it was so fun.
It was
such a blast.
Such a blast.
We knew, like, immediately once we found out that we were accepted, we're like, well, we already know who we're asking the comms for us. Like, there's no question. And we're just so excited and so honored. And it's the first time in 4 events that Stardew Valley has been accepted into mainline. So, because the last time was SGDQ 2024. So 2 whole years ago. Which
was our first GDQ as well, which was super exciting. So it's crazy to think that, like, the people that ran that event, because that was Lee Chat, Jules, her husband, and then Terp and Piano Addict, right? Did I get that combo right? Okay. They did a Skull Caverns 100 co-op file. So, like, to be, like, in the same caliber as them and, like, also be accepted to do this is, like, it's wild. It's wild, because I look up to all of them. We both look up to all of them a lot, because they are, like, really good at Stardew. like really big members of the community.
Yeah.
Like everybody know, if you're in the Stardew speedrun community, you know who all of those people are.
Yep.
So it's just wild that we're gonna be filling in those shoes.
I know.
A little bit.
We got big shoes to fill.
We got big shoes to fill.
Big shoes to fill, and the people after us will have even bigger shoes to fill. So
true.
You know, we're
so
very
true.
very excited. It's gonna be just so much fun.
Yes, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. But yeah, other things we're doing at GDQ. My birthday is once again during SGDQ, so will at some point be going out to celebrate.
Yeah,
because we can't. My birthday is the day before our run, so we can't go out that night because you're on shift anyway.
Yeah, and
also we're not gonna want to get drunk the night before our run and then be hungover.
Not.
We're not doing that.
Nope.
So I also I have to work that week. I'm hoping to take Thursday, Friday off that week, but we'll see. With everything going on right now at work, we'll see if that happens. But at some point we'll be celebrating that. There's a cosplay showcase now, which is new for GDQ, which I'm really excited about. So our plan right now is to do the Susie and Noelle cosplay from Deltarune, which we'll talk about that later.
Yep.
Because there's been some stuff happening on Deltarune too. So we're doing that. I think we're gonna go to the Mall of America and go see KK Slider.
Yep. Yeah, it's at the Mall of America.
Okay.
The Sea Life at Mall of America, they're doing like a special Animal Crossing like themed thing that I guess a bunch of different aquariums all over are doing, and it just happens to be while we're at SGDQ, and so we're gonna go see KK Slider and go do the Animal Crossing aquarium experience, and it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be great. Yeah, we're both on donos again. I'm on regular donos. Grace is on head donos
again.
So I'm excited. I get to be on finale day today or this year too. So I'll be I think I'm on the 11 to 3 shift for donos on finale day, and then I'm on the night before as well on Friday night. So I've got some good shifts. I think.
Yep,
it'll be interesting.
I have
be on finale
all
day.
Bangers again. Ted blessed me. Ted is the like head staff for donations team and oversees all the volunteers and the scheduling and stuff. He put me on some banger blocks. I'm very, very excited. So
very exciting. But we've got our usual meetups and just hanging out with our friends. It'll be such a great week. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see all my friends again. Computer, bring me my friends.
So true. I love the gay people in my phone.
I love the gay people in my phone. I'm also bringing a prize to donate to GDQ, so you can donate prizes. And like if you donate, you're like automatically entered based on your like how much you donate to certain prizes. So I crocheted a giant Junimo, which I should have brought it up for this.
You should have brought it up.
That's okay.
It's like
he's a large boy.
Yeah,
he's a large
very
boy.
large Junimo.
So I'm bringing that. I got the okay to bring it in person because normally we mail the prizes in. So I'm gonna bring it in person. So hopefully they'll show him off during a prize segment, which will be really fun. So that's fun. But yeah, I think that covers all of our GDQ escapades.
I think so, yeah.
Coming up. So next episode that we record, maybe we'll record another episode at GDQ. That'll be our next episode. So we'll be in person again together.
3 episodes in a row.
Oh wow. Whoa. So that'll be fun. We'll have to give you an update on how the run went, and we'll talk about what it was like being a runner. Bless you.
Thank you.
We'll talk about what it's like. Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry for your audio listening at home. It's allergy season.
It is. I think we're both gonna vlog during SGDQ too. So
that's the plan.
Hopefully we'll get some good vlogging in. But yeah, we talked about Deltarune earlier. We could segue into Deltarune.
Yeah, we can segue into Deltarune.
Okay.
Deltarune. So chapter 5 came out as of recording this like a couple of days ago.
Yep.
And I have not finished it yet. However, it's so good so far.
Yes, I just finished it this morning. Grace is playing it only on stream.
Yep.
So she streamed from my house.
Yep, I did.
The other day. So if you were tuning into Grace's stream and are like, this layout, this background looks familiar, that's why.
That's why.
Because she streamed because she wanted to play it, and I had to work on Thursday. Will had to work on Thursday, so she had the house to herself anyway. So I was like, you should just stream it from my house, like. Yep. I have all the equipment here.
Yep.
So just load over your OBS setup and easy peasy. And it was pretty easy to
Yeah.
set up.
Yeah.
It wasn't too
Wasn't
bad.
bad.
So it worked out. So Grace played most of it. I finished the whole thing, so I won't spoil it for Grace,
Mm-hmm.
but it's very good. It's a very good chapter. Spoilers for we can talk about the things we've seen already at
Yeah.
least. So
Yeah.
spoilers for anybody else
Yeah.
that watching. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the things that we saw so far.
Yep.
First of all, Yuri.
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 Ugh. Noelle and Susie. So for reference, both of us did normal route. So neither of
Yes.
us did weird route. So I know that weird route is very different in chapter 5 compared to the normal route. Like even more so than in prior chapters. Like I read that there's no dark world in chapter 5 in weird route, which is completely different.
Yeah.
It also, I believe, the Yuri is not present.
I would make sense based on what I know about the weird route for chapters 1 through 4. Essentially, it would make sense based on that. So I'm we actually haven't watched anything about weird route yet because I just finished it this morning and I wanted to wait till I finished playing through
I want to wait
regular
till I finish
route
through the chapter before I watch, because I did see Sybil's did post already the weird route and the secret boss and the like all of the chapter 5 secret stuff. Already posted videos about all those, so I just haven't watched them yet because I wanted to finish the chapter and get through the normal route and everything before doing that. But yeah, the Yuri is very good. Also, I have some thoughts about Ralse that I haven't been able to even tell you yet.
Oh, okay.
So I noticed there has been a lot of themes related to Ralse surrounding the trans flag colors.
Oh, okay.
So up until this point, Ralse could be equipped with ribbons, but only the pink ribbon, the white ribbon, and the blue ribbon.
Okay.
Also, there's a scene in chapter 5 when Ralse is talking to Flowery and says something about like the drink tickets, like get yourself a drink. And Ralse, like he tells Ralse basically, like you had your eye on the pink and blue one.
Yep,
and then also calls Ralse princess. Not prince, but princess. And so I'm just like, interesting. Because also the whole thing with the chapter 5 Dark World is that Flowery is trying to, from what I understand so far, is Flowery is trying to basically make like the ideal, like what people want type of world. Like a place that people want and get things that they want, and anything that they want they get. Kind of from the perspective of like, you know, all of the flowers being personified. They have never had XYZ, or you know, they've never been able to have thoughts or feelings or whatever because they've been flowers and not people. And so Flowery has been trying to give everybody what they want. And so what if Ralse's want is to be princess and not prince? Which is just an interesting thought, and also is just intriguing to me and causes me to go down some like other theorizing routes too, because also anytime that Asgore is present, and I have not beaten the part that I stopped playing is like basically at the Flowery fight, so I have not seen the end of the chapter yet, so this is my thoughts before seeing that. Is anytime that Asgore is there, Ralse hides so that Asgore can't see him. And up until this point, I was kind of like, well, there's no way that Ralse is actually Asriel. Like, there's no way that, because Asriel's at college. But then, like, this chapter specifically, with Ralse continuing to hide, when Asgore is there, like, I don't think that Ralse wants Asgore to see them. And, it's just, it's very interesting to me in a way that it's like, if the kind of like I don't know, the trans theory is like something that's palpable, like that maybe Asriel didn't go to college and instead went into the dark world in order to escape the kind of pressures that his family has clearly put on him since he was young as like the golden child and the perfect sibling and like everything like that is like, well, maybe Asriel, instead of that, he ran away
Mhm.
basically to like avoid this and has been, it's I just have
Mhm.
thoughts and I'm like, maybe it's like a different type of thing. There's also um some nods to like, well, we know that Des is missing.
Yeah.
So there's also like maybe Asriel knew that Des was in the dark
I was
world
just gonna say that.
and went into the dark world to try to find Des
Yes.
because also in the very beginning of the chapter, when you first load into chapter 5, so I'm the type of Deltarune player where I check everything
Mhm.
that's possible to interact with. I interact with it, and if you interact with Asriel's drawer in his nightstand, there is love letters to Des
Yes.
in the nightstand. And so like it just confirmed that they were together, or at least that Asriel was in love with Des.
Yeah.
And so like there's a decent chance that Asriel went into the dark world to try to find Des, ended up in the wrong dark world because I think that Des ended up in the shelter dark world. Um and so he went into a dark world, wasn't the right one, and then has spent all of this time like trying to
Mhm.
figure out how to make things better and, learned of the prophecy and learned of all these different things and is now like, yeah, it's very interesting to
Yeah,
me.
but I was gonna say the same thing when you were saying all that, and I was like, well, maybe Asriel was like you said, somehow learned that Des went to a dark world, and
Mhm.
like, however, Des ended up there, and then tried to follow her, and then got, like you said, wasn't able to follow her
Mhm.
successfully. Because also too, Ralsei comes with you. Ralsei is in every dark world,
Ralsei's in every dark world,
which
and what we have learned from prior chapters via Rules and Lancer and other characters from other dark worlds that they can't go to a dark world that isn't their own
mhm,
for long periods of time without like turning to stone,
mhm,
basically.
mhm,
And Ralsei, there's just no way that he's a standard Darkner
yeah,
because otherwise he would turn to stone. And also, how is he getting from dark world to dark
yeah,
world? He'd
that's
have
also
to go through the light world, and if he's an object can't travel on its
right,
own. And I mean, Chris and Susie don't have anything in their pockets that would be attributed to
right,
Ralsei as an object that they're
right,
bringing with them everywhere. And also, it's not like, I mean, when you go into the dark worlds, it's not like Ralsei is there exactly with you when you land. He's somewhere else and then joins you
yes,
later. So he's entering the dark world seemingly on his own
mhm,
in some other way or means. And to me, that says he has to be some sort of lightener to do that.
yeah.
So,
It's very interesting. I'm really excited for you to finish because there's
excuse me.
I've seen all the ending cutscenes for chapter
Yep.
5, so I know how chapter 5 ends. So I'm very excited for you to finish this so that we can
Mm-hmm.
talk together about all of that
I
too.
talked for too long and I made my nose sneezy again.
but I chapter 5 was really good chapter. Very good chapter. I really enjoyed
Mm-hmm.
it. The final boss is hard.
Yeah.
It took me a long time. I think I probably have like, I don't know, 40, 30, 40 attempts, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I did beat it. So that felt good.
Nice.
That felt good. I
Mm-hmm.
did beat it. It didn't take me as long as I thought. I still, even when I booted up today, I was like, well, I'll see how far I can get. And then was getting a little further and further and further every time. And then I was like, and then I finally got it. I was like, yes, thank God. Thank God. Because it's hard. It's very
I'm
difficult.
so sorry for my
It's
sneezes
okay.
today, everybody.
It's okay. Not as hard still as the chapter 4 boss. Not as hard as
Yeah.
that. I hated that boss.
He's incoming soon, I think. Maybe not. Yeah, the Titan was hard.
The
Sorry. I keep feeling it
It's okay.
right in my nose and then it's
It's
not
okay.
happening. Um Yeah, the Titan was really hard in chapter 4.
It was a lot. It was a lot. But yeah, that was our there you go.
There it is.
So
Anyways.
that was our Deltarune thoughts.
Yeah.
We've had probably more thoughts that we were forgetting. But we'll probably next time we record I'm sure we'll have both finished it.
Yeah.
By then. So we'll have additional thoughts as we both finished it. And you'll probably have thoughts that I won't have. Seeing
Excuse
all
me.
the ending cutscenes.
Yes.
I'll have watched all the weird route videos and the secrets and everything like that. Because I didn't find any of the secrets on my own.
Yeah. I think I know what the secret boss is.
Okay.
Because so there is a collectible object. There's like they're rarer. It's like the pink coins. And
I never figured out how to what to do with those.
Yeah, so there's that shop in chapter 5. It's kind of like at the top of a cliff. And there's a character that's facing away, like the shopkeeper is facing away and like looking out the window at the sunset. And the character looks suspiciously like Mad Mew Mew from Undertale.
Oh.
In that shop, there is a thing, it says like, it's like an object that you can buy and it costs 10 pink coins. So I think if you find all 10 pink coins and then buy that object from the shop, that is the
that would make
sense. That shopkeeper is the secret boss.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So that's my thought. I have no idea where the egg is.
No
I looked
clue.
everywhere. I looked everywhere for the fucking egg and I couldn't find it. So I don't know where it is. It might be another one of those the random room.
Yeah.
Back and forth situations, because I swear I literally looked everywhere and and there was like two pink coins that I knew of and I could not figure out how to get them, like, but I could see them, like the little like pink bells to hit. I could see them, I just could not figure out how to like make the sequence of things happen to get to them. But yeah, like I literally explored everywhere and I could not find them. So could not find the egg. So we'll see. I'm excited to watch Sybil's videos. Me too. Yeah,
I'm excited to watch those.
Yeah. And I found a video as well. I can't remember who posted, and one of the Deltarune theory crafters posted a video like explaining all of the lore and information that we learned in chapter 5. So I can't wait to watch that.
I'll have to watch that too.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch that
and
too.
Like I'm assuming it will explain how it connects to other things and what theories that the information that we learned disproves and what it can be also positively attributed to, or new theories that have formed or things like that.
Yeah.
I love Deltarune lore.
It's so interesting and you can get down so many rabbit holes.
Yeah.
And Toby Fox makes such an interesting game. Like,
yes.
It's so goofy and funny and ridiculous, but there's like so much lore.
Yes.
That you wouldn't expect at surface level.
Yeah. It's like you look at this game and you're like, oh, it's a silly, Western JRPG and like with silly little characters and monsters and interesting fighting mechanics and like just ridiculous jokes and things like that. And then you from the surface level, it doesn't seem like it would be a game with a really, really deep and intense story. Yeah. And it really is. Like
it is.
And also I think part of what has made Deltarune more interesting than it could have been is that he's releasing it in chapters.
Yeah.
Like if it had released all at once, like we wouldn't necessarily get all these deep like lore theory ideas. Like we would still have the same deep lore and deep story, but having time in between the pieces of the story, it allows for so much more like just interesting thoughts for people to have, and like it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a book series. Like, you read the first couple books and then you have to wait a year for the next book to come out, and you have all these ideas swimming around in your brain of like, what could that mean? Or what, and then, the next one comes out and you learn more information and you're like, oh my gosh. Like, yes. And like, you're like, that thought that I had was right. And that thought that I had was completely wrong. And it's very similar to that kind of like energy of um consumerism,
Yep.
for lack of a better word.
Yep.
So good. It's so good.
Good. We love you, Toby Fox. We love your brain.
Yes, I
We
love
your
Toby Fox's brain.
We love your dog brain.
I love his annoying dog brain.
Yeah, his annoying dog brain. It's so good.
It's so good.
We have one more gaming topic, I think, and then we can maybe move to books.
Mm-hmm.
I would say. Zelda is going into her Zelda era. Grace is in her Zelda era right now. At the same day we found out about Chapter 5 coming out, we also found out that Nintendo is doing a Ocarina of Time full remake.
Yeah.
That's going to be coming out on the Switch at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So share us all your Zelda thoughts so far.
So I decided back in, I think it's probably like April or so, I was like, I think this summer I want to use my Switch more, because I bought the Switch 2 and I really haven't played much on it besides doing some like, revisiting Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom and playing and like Pokemon, some of the Pokemon games that like got so much better with the Switch 2 and all this stuff. But I bought the console because I wanted to be able to play those games with a better machine. And so I had got the Switch 2 on release day. I was able to pre-order it. I qualified for the pre-order and got my link and got everything in. And anyways, and I've been kind of like a long time fake Zelda fan. Like I love the story of Link and Zelda, and just the kind of like timeless reincarnating story, and the the energy that Zelda has. I love it. But I had really only ever played Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I also played Echoes of Wisdom when it came out, and then for some goddamn reason I played the Minish Cap. It was her fault. She was playing it. And said this looks fun. But I hadn't played any of the older Zelda games. Like, I think when I was a kid, I had attempted Ocarina and I had attempted Majora's, and I just could not figure them out. I was gaming illiterate when I was a kid, and so I was too stupid to figure it out. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to do what I'm going to call Hot Switch Summer. And all summer long, I'm just going to play Switch games that I've never played before. Specifically old Zelda. And I had the idea to, if I have time, to do some older Pokemon as well. But I played through Ocarina of Time for the first time. And I loved it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. There were some frustrating moments. The fucking forest temple made me want to die. But otherwise, like, I had such a good time with it. And I'm really looking forward to the remake, because I have thoughts about things that I think they could improve upon in the remake. Specifically, I want Hyrule Field to be more flushed out. It feels too empty. There are many things that they could do without changing the game drastically to make things feel a little bit more full, which with a machine like the Switch 2, they absolutely can make things more full to like utilize the limits of the machine. But yeah, so I loved it. I loved Ocarina of Time. I'm think about probably halfway done with Majora's Mask now.
Yeah, which temples have you finished?
I finished the first one in the swamp.
Yep.
I did that one, and I did the ice one.
Yep.
The Goron ability. And then I'm trying to think. I did the
you did the ocean.
Yeah, I did the ocean
Zora
one. The Zora one. I did that as well. So I've done those 3. And then I've done a whole bunch of side questing stuff. I'm still working on some of the side questing, because I realized very quickly that Majora's Mask is a side quest game. It's not a main quest game. It's a side quest game. And so I'm trying to actually like do the side quest stuff, where like Ocarina had some side quests, but Ocarina felt like a main quest game. Majora's feels like a side quest game. And so I'm trying to focus more on the side questing and trying not to just, because I could just rush through and get a temple done every cycle and be done with the game. But I want to like experience it and all that stuff and get the heart containers and and everything, but I'm having a great time with it. And then I'm going to be playing Skyward Sword HD
Mm-hmm.
and Link's Awakening HD
Yep.
next, which Mel lent to me because she has copies of both of them. So I'll be playing those, and then yeah, I will probably end up emulating Twilight Princess because I want to play
Yeah.
Twilight
Yeah.
Princess, but I don't have a Wii U, so
Yep.
can't play it. And I'm, wanting to play.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I might also end up emulating Wind Waker
Mm-hmm.
HD, because the original Wind Waker is available in Nintendo Switch Online, but after playing the N64 version of Ocarina and Majora's, I'm like, I don't want to play any more original versions. I want the HD. I want the remasters that have quality of life updates.
Yeah, the OG Wind Waker is not bad. The controllers, it was a GameCube game, so the controls are not as like clunky.
Yeah,
I would say there's only the biggest quality of life, because obviously it's Wind Waker, so you're gonna spend a lot of
I
time
know it
sailing,
has the sail.
the fast sail,
Yeah,
and you can like sail a lot faster. I think that's the biggest one.
yeah,
But it's not super clunky on the original version, as far as I can tell. But I guess I've only played the HD version, so maybe...
I've heard that it is a pretty big difference between the two,
Mm-hmm.
and just like not necessarily that like the controls or the game are worse, but it's just that like the quality of life updates to the HD version of Wind Waker are like so quality of life that like it's really it's extremely worth it to play the HD version. But yeah. So I'm having a great time.
It's fun. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm filling out my Zelda roster. I also somehow avoided gaming's biggest spoiler.
Oh, that's right.
For 30 fucking years. I had no idea that Sheik was Zelda. I had no clue.
I was so surprised because I was waiting for when she met Sheik. I was like, okay, is she gonna pick up? Because she picks up on that stuff really quickly normally. Mm-hmm. So I was really surprised that you didn't, and I was like, but I was also excited because I was like, oh my god, she's gonna be like shocked and everything, because I had been watching it in bits and pieces because I was working when she was streaming a lot of the time. So I was like, oh, she's finally gonna get to the big reveal. I have to see. And I was like, I haven't heard her say that she thinks Zelda is Sheik, but maybe I missed it at some point. So I'm watching, and then I saw her shocked face when Sheik revealed herself as Zelda. And I was like, oh, she actually didn't know. She for real didn't know.
Yeah, I had no idea. I was like I knew that, like, okay, so here was my thought process. I see Sheik for the first time, and I see Sheik's body build, and I see the fact that Sheik has eyeliner, and I'm like, okay, this game is from 1998. Nintendo is not putting eyeliner on a male character. And so then I'm talking about Sheik, and I'm like, what are Sheik's pronouns? And Mel says she, her. And I was like, that's what I thought, because Sheik has eyeliner. And people were like, yes, eyeliner, the design choice that marks a character as female. I was like, this was 1998 Nintendo. Mm-hmm. I knew. But then I had really no idea. And then throughout the game, a bunch of the characters refer to Sheik. Or not a bunch of them, but some of the characters will, like, talk about Sheik. I think Navi does a couple of times. And, like, says, like, use he, him pronouns for Sheik. And I'm like, why did they write misgendering into the game? I was, like, just confused. But I never once did it cross my mind that Zelda was Sheik. Not once. Like, I was just like, who's this diva? Like, literally, I'm just
the one time you don't overthink a character. The one time you don't overthink a strange and mysterious character that comes out of nowhere.
I always do. Which is why it's even funnier that I had no idea. Yep. It was so funny.
So that was it. This whole Zelda process has been really enjoyable for you to watch. I'm so excited to watch you play Skyward Sword.
Yeah, I'm also excited.
Grace learned that there's a twink in Skyward Sword. The villain is a twink, and she's seen pictures of Garahim.
Ain't stopping me.
Yep,
the villain ain't stopping me.
So she's going to be a problem about it.
Yes, I am.
But it's fine.
It's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be a great time.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're pretty far into Majora's Mask. I would say you're more than halfway through.
Okay.
You've got one more main quest objective, and then it's like the end game. But there's also lots of side quests still. So I think you have lots of side quests left to do.
Yeah. Which is why I think I'm probably about halfway.
Yeah.
Because with the amount of side questing that I know that I still have.
Yep.
I think I'm about halfway through.
Yep. So Fun times.
Mm-hmm.
Fun times. I think we'll transition into book talk.
Yeah, book talk.
Book talk.
Yeah, but TALK.
Yes. Another thing I forgot to put on our list that I think we should talk about first is we have a release date for the next 2 ACOTAR books.
Yep.
So we got that a couple months ago. It was in March sometime, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
It was a couple months ago. But Sarah J. Maas, who's the author of the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, she went on the Call Her Daddy podcast and talked and yapped for like an hour and a half about her books and what it has been like being a writer and being a mom and everything like that. And at the end, she announced that we're getting 2 ACOTAR books, which still to this day remain unnamed. No book blurb. We have no idea what they're going to be about. We have no cover. We have no title or anything. The only thing we have is a color scheme.
Yep.
So I think book 6 is the pink and orange color scheme, and then book 7 is going to be the gray black color scheme, which already by that kind of indicates to me who it's going to be about, I think. But she specifically also said that she couldn't say who it was about because it was kind of too much of a spoiler, which I feel like everybody thinks it's going to be about Elaine and Asriel, who Elaine is, this would be spoilers, by the way. So we had books 1 through 4 are mainly about Rhys and Feyre.
Yep.
Feyre is the main girl. And she has 2 sisters who all 3 of them were human and now they are Fae. Yep. So Feyre's story is pretty much concluded at this point. And then book 5 is about Nesta, her older sister. They're both older, actually. I forget that Feyre gives such eldest daughter energy, but she's the youngest, actually. But Feyre's or Nesta is the oldest sister of the 3. She's the oldest Archeron sister. That follows her story. Love that book so much.
That book's so
her
good.
journey is a lot, and she talked about how in the podcast too. She talked a lot about how Nesta's journey was similar to like her own journey too, which is like makes it hit a lot harder.
Yeah.
So now the logical choice is, okay, we're going to see the next Archeron sister, now Elaine. And Elaine, we already know, is mated to Lucian, who is an ally from the Autumn Court.
Yep.
But however, we also know that there is love interest sparking between Elaine and Asriel.
Yes, and also Elaine is very seemingly uninterested in every possible way in Lucian. She doesn't want to talk to him. She doesn't want to be around him. Like, he's tried to talk to her a couple times and she ices him out, doesn't speak to him, ignores him, walks away. And granted, Elaine is very much in a healing journey right now. She is very broken after being forced to become Fae and having her betrothed like totally reject her and like having her whole life ripped away from her like by force. And she is very broken because of that and is still like, we have seen glimpses of some healing, but she still is very, very much a character that needs a lot of has a big journey left in front of her. But yeah, she is not interested in Lucian and seems to be interested in Asriel. So
because it's not in like the main copy of the book 5, but in the Target Deluxe edition, there is an Asriel bonus chapter that is really good.
It's a very good chapter.
It's really good. But it is in the smut nature, but not quite full smut, but just mostly just thoughts about that Asriel is having about Elaine. And she very much seems to be reciprocating those thoughts based on the small tidbit we hear. But we also hear that Rhys very strictly warns Asriel not to go after her, not to engage in that, and like basically orders him, and Asriel kind of says like, well, you can tie me to a tree and I'll still find a way. Basically. So that's where I feel like the story is going. We'll see if that ends up happening. But what we do know, the only thing we know is that these next books are basically being told in 4 parts. So book 6 is going to be part 1. And then, so that one's, I think, going to be like 350 pages. And then book 7 is going to be parts 2 and 3 of the story. And that's like 900 something pages. So I'm so excited for that.
And book 6 and book 7 were supposed to be one book. And they couldn't be. The publisher said, we physically cannot bind a book that big. So she had to split it into 2 books, because it would have been like
Mhm.
1,400 pages.
Yep.
And so she had to split it up, which is why we have both release dates, because
Yep.
they were going to be released as one story together
Yep.
as the next book. But then yeah, she had to split it up, and
Yep.
then it'll be book 6 and book 7, and then
Yep.
book
Book 8. So book 6 is going to come out October 27th. Then
Mhm.
book 7 is going to come out January 12th.
Mhm.
And then I think she's already basically in the editing and like still writing a little bit of book 8, but I assume that based on what she said, it sounds like it's going to come out probably at the end of next year.
Yeah, I would say probably like an October or November release.
Yes, which is
would be my guess.
yeah, this is just huge news because the last ACOTAR book that was released was in 2021.
Yep.
So it's been a really long time. It's been 5 years.
5 years.
It's
and
been 5
now,
years.
like, within the next 2 years, I
We'll have 3
guarantee
more
we'll have
books.
3 more books, which is amazing. And chunky books.
Yes, chunky books. So it's so good. And since then that really put me into overdrive to catch up on the entire Mossverse. By that point I had already finished, obviously, ACOTAR, and then I had finished Throne of Glass, which is the first series that she released.
Mhm.
Very good, more high epic fantasy versus romantasy. So there's a lot less. There's still romance, but it's like not. It's kind of more of a subplot with the romance, and it's mostly about the journey and the story and everything. And it's more. The first half of the series is YA, then there's a little bit of smut towards the end of the series,
Mhm.
but nothing like ACOTAR, and nothing like Crescent City, which I've now caught up on Crescent City too. And Grace just started
I
Crescent
just
City.
started Crescent City, so I've owned Crescent City book 1 for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I purchased book 1 of Crescent City right after I finished reading ACOTAR.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started reading it, and someone had told me that I can't read Crescent City until I read Throne of Glass. And then, so then I stopped reading it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have not been able to make myself read Throne of Glass yet. But Mel said that I should be fine to read it.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
And honestly, at this point, like, I will not be upset if I get a spoiler for Throne of Glass while reading Crescent City or the next ACOTAR books. But I do know that I want to enjoy Crescent City in its fullest. And so then I was like, okay, well, I have to read Crescent City before the next ACOTAR book comes out, because from what I've heard, that the next book is going to kind of converge the stories a little bit, or could converge the stories a bit.
I don't want to spoil it for you, but Crescent City 2 and 3, there are events that happen in those books that I think will come up probably in the next ACOTAR book.
Yeah, and that's what I've heard, is that there are things that happen in Crescent City that will very likely be important to the ACOTAR story, and that there is potential for characters from both Throne of Glass and also potentially Crescent City to actually show up in ACOTAR. And so I'm like, okay, and I don't know how that's possible. I don't know how that's possible. Obviously, I have not read them yet, but from what I've heard, that is a possibility. And so I just want to make sure that, like, I'm able to fully enjoy Crescent City and not read the next ACOTAR book and get a spoiler for something that happened in Crescent City that will be a big reveal in Crescent City while I'm reading.
Yep.
So I want to read them first. I'm a little bit into the first book now, and I am really enjoying it so far. I've heard that it's slower to get into because it's a lot of world building and stuff, but I haven't felt like that really at all. Like, I'm like enjoying it. I think it's the right amount of world building. And I've read so much fantasy, and I've read some old fantasy books that are truly like a book this big that's all world building. And I'm like, okay, so this is nothing. Like, I'm reading Crescent City, I'm like, this is a proper amount of world building for a story of this size. So it's not dragging for me at all. And I'm having a really good time with it so far.
It's really interesting. I think it would be a lot of world building for someone who's never read a fantasy book before. But like, as someone like people like us who are very well versed in reading fantasy books, it feels adequate. Like, it's the correct amount of world building.
I also think another thing is that a lot of people, that like one of their introductions into fantasy reading was ACOTAR, which has pretty minimal world building for the type of world that it exists in. It very much focuses on it's more character driven
Yes.
versus world driven. And so, and like the world building is more interweaved with like you're learning about it as the main character is learning about it, instead of like with Crescent City or with a lot of other fantasy books, like you have to learn about the world. The world building has to be very deliberate because the character has lived in that world for a long time. And so the character already knows. And so the world building can feel less organic. It can feel kind of forced in fantasy worlds sometimes. Like it'll be like, you know, a character will say a piece of dialogue and then the author puts in like a couple of paragraphs about like, you know, what the world building that caused that character to say the thing, or what the next character is going to say in response to that thing based on the world that they are in. And ACOTAR doesn't have any of that kind of thing because Farah's learning about the Fae world as readers are learning about the Fae world, and so it feels more organic. And then people read Crescent City and they're like, this world building is crazy. And I'm like, well, it's just because they haven't read fantasy outside of ACOTAR.
Yes. So, yeah.
But anyway.
I'm really excited for you to get through Crescent City. I know, who's your favorite character so far?
Well, I love Bryce, of course. Yes. Like, she's so badass, and I adore her.
I love her.
And I don't know for sure who the MMC is yet, but I think that it's Hunt, and I really hope so, because I really like his energy. Like, every time I read about Hunt, I'm like, oh, Hunt's back on the page. Like, I really enjoy him so far. So, but yeah, I'm having a good time.
It's a fun time. It's a fun time. Other important new releases coming up. We have Rebecca Yarros randomly announced that we're getting a new Empyrean book, but not book 4. Specifically not book 4.
Empyrean parentheses, not book 4, close parentheses.
And we also don't have a title for that one, so that one's coming out at the end of September. We don't have a title. We don't know what it's about.
We don't have a cover.
The only tidbit that we've gotten is literally just the other day Rebecca posted a picture of her niece reading something and like gasping like this, and the caption that she used was, "This is my niece's face when Riddick." That's it.
That's it. I was like, when Riddick what?
When Riddick what?
When Riddick what?
When Riddick
Don't
what?
touch my boy.
If anything happens to Riddick, I'm gonna riot.
Everyone will. And I think she's rage baiting us.
Yes.
Because I don't think she's gonna do anything to Riddick. Because she knows she's gonna lose half her reader base if she does anything to Riddick.
I think it's when Riddick does something freaking ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Probably.
Maybe we'll get Riddick smut. Maybe.
It is a short story.
It's a short story. It could be. So that's all we know about it so far, but I'm excited. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, me too.
Which, her saying that makes me discount a lot of the other theories I had about what it's going to be about, because I thought it was going to be either a way back prequel of like stuff that happened back when the first 6 or something like that, or like an actual copy of like Brennan's journal, the Book of Brennan, or the Kaori's Field to Dragonkind or something like that. So clearly it's something that's happening right now, and because Riddick is there, so like we know it's something that's happening right now that's going to be relevant to the story at some point. Book 3 of this series ended on a huge cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Book 2 and 3. All of them did, really.
Rebecca Yarros,
she ended all of her books on a huge cliffhanger. Yeah. But especially Book 3. Book 3 was the worst.
Yeah.
I was lucky and didn't have to deal with books 1 and 2 cliffhanger, because I had immediately had the next book ready. So, because I read it.
For those who listen and not watch, I am shaking my head and staring at Mel, because I had to wait for both. I had to wait for book 2 and I had to wait for book 3.
I'm waiting for book 3 with you. I'm right here.
And now I have to wait for book 4.
Yes, now we're all waiting for book 4. Whenever that's coming out, we'll see. I think that's what she's writing right now, as far as I know. So soon.
Hopefully.
Soon. And then the other incredible, wonderful series we've gotten into recently.
So, during my birthday, I came and visited Mel, and we like to go to this bookstore. That is a romance only bookstore. that we like to go to.
Mm-hmm.
And we went, and I saw these books on the thing, and they looked really pretty. That's why I picked them up. That's most of the time how I discover a new series is I see how pretty the book looks, and I pick it up. I do judge the book by its cover. I read the back, and I say, most of the time, yeah, I'd be into that. And they had the first 4 books at the bookstore because the 4th book had just come out.
I think
like,
so, yeah.
Very recently, it was on the new release shelf. So I bought all 4 of them. It's called Beasts of the Briar, is the name of the series, and oh boy,
it is so good. It is so good.
So good.
I also bought all 4 because I also saw what she was getting and saw what it was about, and I'm like, oh yeah, I would be into this.
It's a Polly Y. Choose Fae romantasy retelling of Beauty and the Beast. So it's Beauty and the Beast, except there's 5 beasts. And holy shit, it's fucking incredible.
It's so good. It's so good. This is a series that is definitely way more focused on the romance than the plot, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It still has a plot.
Yes.
It's still some plot going on.
And the plot is interesting.
It's an interesting plot. But the romance is way more interesting than the plot, I won't lie.
So good.
So good. But it's her, it's one girl, and 5 females who are all just so yummy.
All of them are yummy. It has every trope of book boyfriend. Every trope of book boyfriend. There's the dark and brooding, like morally gray character. There's like the super overprotective, like almost like icy to not have a better turn of phrase. There's the like super sweet, bubbly, like nerd. There's the like
the player
character who is also kind of just like won't admit to himself that he likes her. And there's also just like the very stoic like knight type. Yeah. And it's like
who is very emotionally damaged.
Very emotionally damaged. And it's like it's every trope. Yes. And I love it so much.
And they like the series explores like all of her relationships with them. Yes. So it is kind of the same structure as ACOTAR where there's seasonal courts. So you have the spring court, the summer court, the autumn court, and the winter court. And then there's also like a below
they call
area,
it the below.
The below area.
Where all of the like bad guys are from.
And that's where the morally gray
gray character is from.
And she eventually unlocks kind of all. She realizes in this world mating bonds are supposedly very rare.
Yeah.
However, of course, she is mated to all 5 of them.
Yep. She starts out the series thinking that she's human.
Yes.
Finds out that she has not in fact been human. Her whole life she is fae. And had a glamour basically on her. And I won't reveal for anyone who wants to read it. I won't reveal like who she is or anything like that. Because that's also a pretty important plot point. But yeah, it explores all of these different like mating bonds and her, it's very clear from the start of the story that she's going to end up mated to all of them just based on the fact that it advertises itself as a why choose Polly. Yeah. And so you're like, okay, well, obviously she's gonna be mated with all of them.
But there's lots of twists and turns in between. It's not super straightforward. Yeah. Like the first one she finds out she's mated to, they don't actually like commit to their bond until the very like the most recent
basically book. What we just read
so we just read book 5.
Yep.
And there's going to be 2 more books. So the last 2 books are coming out like this year. So the next book is coming out in less than a month. And then the final book is coming out in October. Yeah, I think so. I'm so excited. I'm sad for it to end, but I'm so excited.
It's incredible series.
It's incredible. Like it's just so good. We have the spring court is the stoic knight Ezrin.
Yep.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you.
The summer court is the player. Dayton. Day. The autumn court is our little nerdy boy, Farron. I'm nervous about Farron right now. I know. For reasons that I won't say, but I'm nervous about him. And then winter court, we have Keldarian, who It took me a long time to warm up to him.
Same.
Because he gave huge Tamlin energy for like
Yes.
the first like 2 books. Essentially,
Yeah.
like, he really had irritated me.
Yeah, and even still, he's
gotten better. But
it really was just like at the end of the book that we just read that he like finally turned it around. There was basically a shit ton of miscommunication that happened in the past prior to the events of the book.
Yep.
The books, where there was some betrayals that happened that were not actually betrayals, and they were orchestrated by who we believe to be the main bad character of the story, specifically to force a rift in the different courts and things like that, and Kel just did not believe that that the betrayal was not actual betrayal, and just kind of like saw what was shown to him and presented to him, and then believes it as fact. He does not have, that man has no critical thinking skills.
No, he doesn't.
But yeah, it took a really long time, and just he refuses to communicate properly for a super long time in the books. But yeah, it was basically just at the end of this most recent book that he like, and even still, he's not, he kind of went back on it for a bit there. But anyways, yeah. And then we have, so there's Ezrin, Dayton, Farron, and Kel, and then
Caspian, who is the morally gray prince of the below.
Favorite. The book is trying to set us, so the next book is his book.
Yes.
The book is trying to set us up into the fact that he's apparently fully evil now. I don't believe it for a goddamn
absolutely
second.
No, he's not. He's not going to be.
He is gaming the system so hard. He's trying to, you know, there's just no way. There's no possible way that he's actually evil.
Yep.
He's kind of under the influence of a different very evil character right now. And supposedly we're supposed to believe that he has no way out of that, but I don't believe that's true.
I don't believe that's true.
He just doesn't remember who he is right now. And he will go back to the Caspian that we know and love very soon. But I'm so excited for the next one.
I'm so excited. I did see there was going to be more special pre-order art.
I saw that as well.
So I'm excited for that because we got special pre-order art. So if you pre-ordered it, you could submit to a form for the last book, and you would just like show a picture of your receipt, I think, and then you would be signed up to an email list to get an exclusive very NSFW print of a scene that happens in the most recent book. And oh my goodness, is it incredible?
Spicy! It's so good.
It's so spicy. Good. It is so spicy. It's so good. But it's so good. We obviously can't show it.
We can't show it.
If you look up on it's this series is by Elizabeth Helen. That's the pen name for two sisters who wrote this together. They have censored versions on their a social media account, so you can go look.
Do some sleuthing. We can't show you or talk about it for various reasons, but it's very good.
It's really good. So just I have a hard time picking who my favorite is of all of the boys.
Caspian's my favorite.
I think Ezrin's my favorite.
That tracks for you.
Yeah.
My favorite was Farron.
Yeah.
And now my favorite's Caspian.
Yeah.
I do still love Farron very, very much, but I don't love some of the choices that he made in the series.
Yep. I understand his choices, but I don't agree with them.
Yeah, same. I understand why he made them. They're still wrong objectively. They were incorrect.
So, but yeah, it's just so good. It's like literally all of the best tropes.
Yeah.
Like all of them.
It's every trope.
There's enemies to lovers. There's, the slow burn. It's just all of it.
The friends to lovers.
The friends to lovers. There's some of the boys are gay.
Yeah.
Are bi.
Yep.
Most of them are.
Yep.
They're working on the last one.
They're working on
the last one. But we're fine.
Yeah, there's both gay and straight and also bisex.
Yeah.
There's also threesomes.
Yeah. And more sums.
More sums.
More sums. That may be what the art that we were talking about earlier is about.
Potentially.
It's fine.
But holy cow, it's
incredible. So like it felt life-changing.
Yeah, literally.
It felt life-changing.
Literally.
And it's just it's so good. I love it so much. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the rest of it to come out. I'm so excited. And I love their writing together.
Yes.
Like, they write really well. Like, you
Yes.
cannot tell that it's
You
written by
can't
two
tell that
different.
it's two authors.
Yeah.
It feels like it's one
It's
author
very
that's-
seamless.
Yeah.
So it's just everything to me.
I'm pulling up the amount of books I've read this year.
Oh, I have a tracker. Oh, you can't see it, but I'm on 39.
39
books. You can't
this
see
year.
it. I've read 39 books this year. So.
I'm at 37.
Nice.
Oh, wait, no. 25 this year.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I saw 37 books. I feel like I've read more than 25. Is Storygraph lying to me?
All time since I started tracking, I have read 86 books. So
holy cow.
Basically since last April when I started Avatar. Yep. So about a year and a couple months. I've read 86 books.
Have read, the first book I read this year was Sunrise on the Reaping, which I read in January.
Oh, that was a good book.
Oh my god, and then Quicksilver and Brimstone.
Love Quicksilver.
I can't believe that's been this year.
Yeah, that was at the very beginning of this year.
Then I read the first book of the Oak and Holly Cycle series, which I am obsessed with, by the way. The Run in the Holly Library is the first one. Then I read the second one. Yep. And I read Hollow. And then Game Changers, Heated Rivalry, Tough Guy. Oh, we forgot about Common Goal. So there is 6 out. And then I read All the Beasts of the Briar.
Immediately back to back.
Yep, immediately back to back. Then I read The Haunting of Hill House, which I had to read for school. Because I'm an English major.
Yep.
And then I read Gods and Monsters, the Book of Asriel series.
That's on my list. I'll be reading that soon.
That one's really, really good as well.
Grace is so ready for me to be reading that.
Yep. And then I read a book called The Plus One Contract, which is just a random one that I found online. That was really good.
That was really good.
And then Oak and Holly Cycle, book 3, which just came out, like, literally last week. And it's so good. I feel like I've read more than that this year. I'll have to take a look back, and I bet there's some that I haven't marked as things that I've read, because sometimes I forget to track them.
We can go through the whole list of what I've read since. So first book I read was for Queer Book Club at the bookstore that we were talking about previously. It was called Call Forth a Fox, which was a cute YA book that was sapphic. And I really liked it. I wish I would have read something like that when I was like in middle school or high school, because it was like that perfect like type of fantasy, but it was like a like fae fairy fantasy, and that was really cute. Then I read this book called The Huntsman, which was for Unhinged Book Club. I hated that book.
Yeah.
I hated that book. It was not good. It was really weird. And then I finished the Throne of Glass series in January. So I read January is when I read Kingdom of Ash. Holy cow, is that an amazing book? That's like one of my top favorite books of all time. And that one's like 984 pages. Then I read Quicksilver and Brimstone, which we love.
So good.
We love.
So good.
Then I read this book for Unhinged Book Club again called Romanced by the Rat, which is Ratatouille smut, essentially. It's basically, so there's a guy that turns into a rat and he controls the other guy.
Yep.
And you can go from there. Then I read this random hockey book that also kind of changed my brain a little bit. That's called Odd Man Rush. That is a FFM thruple poly sort of thing, and I really liked that one. I really enjoyed that one. Then I read book 4 of the Girl Game series by Ruby Rowe, which is like the vampire sapphic series. So there's book 4, and then there was like a little bonus book, and then another different bonus book from a different series that I got. I love Ruby Rowe's books. They're so freaking good. Like she writes such good lesbian romance. It's so good. And then I read Hollow as well, and that's another book that's coming out later this year, I think.
Yep.
Oh, and then I finally got around to reading Assassin's Blade. I read it in a weird order because I like thought I was reading it. I didn't know. I thought I was going to read it in publication order, and then I got too far. Yeah. And then I like skipped past it. And then I was like, I'll just read it at the end. So it was fine to still read it at the end, but I ended up reading it a lot later. So Assassin's Blade is the prequel to the Throne of Glass series. However, don't read it first, read it third. That's the correct. Yep. That's correct. Some people would disagree. Then I read Game Changer and Heated Rivalry. Then I read When the Moon Hatched, which is another fantasy book I really enjoyed that one, but the second book just came out, and I had a really like I had to pause. I had to stop reading it because I like was really having a hard time. Like so I'm gonna have to reread that and then just go straight into the next book, and hopefully I like it because I really liked the first book. So I don't know why I just had a really hard time with it. Then I got into the Kyleverse series,
Yep.
which is a sentient object smut, which is only available digitally, and they're really short books. They're like literally like 40, some of them are 30. This one is 35 pages.
Mm-hmm.
So book one of that series is about a rake. So it's a sentient rake
Mm-hmm.
who got turned into a rake and then eventually becomes human. And it's called the Kyleverse series because this guy Kyle shows up in literally inserts himself into everybody's lives
Yep.
in the book. So we read a couple of those. Then I read Crescent City 1. Then I read for some reason the first book, Beast of the Briar, is not on here. But then I read all the Beast of the Briar books. Then I read Game On, which is book 3 of the Lights Out series. That's like a dark romantic comedy sort of thing, but it's very, very dark and very smutty. Another Unhinged book club book I read, Morning Glory Milking Farm.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Minotaur romance book, which I liked it a lot more than I thought I would, to be so for real, but it was an interesting read. Then I read book 5 of Beast of the Briar because that had come out like a month after I finished reading. And then I read Crescent City 2, Crescent City 3, another Kyleverse book. Then I read another Unhinged book club book, which was Married to the Alien Cowboy. To be honest, not that unhinged. It was very wholesome, actually. Besides the fact that he was an alien and had alien anatomy. But otherwise, I really liked it still. Then I read this random contemporary that I picked up last year, never read, that was called The Thorn at My Side. That was like workplace rivals getting together. Then I read another alien book because I did actually really like the other alien book. So I read this other alien book that I had that was called Space for Love. That's a series that I have to read the next books of. Then I read this book called Domcom, which was a very kinky, spicy, like BDSM style book, which I really liked. Then I read book one of book one of the Bloodwing Academy, which is called On Wings of Blood, which is basically like if Hogwarts was a university and a college and they were all adults and it's all vampires.
Yep.
So they're sorted into like houses.
Yep. That one's on my TBR.
So I like that one. That one's a more darker fantasy too.
Yeah.
Then I read that +1 contract book too that we found on Kindle. That was really good. Then I finished the rest of the Game Changers. Then I read these really short books that were really smutty. That's called Disaster by Design. So by is in BI.
Yep.
So it's a whole bunch of like thruples.
Yep.
Essentially, that are all kind of in the same universe. Then I read The Wren in the Holly Library. That's the most recent book I finished, and now I'm on book 2 of the Bloodwing Academy.
Yep.
So I read a lot of books this year so far.
Most of what I've read is series.
Yep.
But yeah, I really liked. I cannot wait for you to read Gods and Monsters.
Yes, I'm excited for that one.
Which I picked up. I had heard good things about the Book of Azrael, and I had seen it, on shelves and stuff a bunch of times, and Mel picked up a really pretty copy of it at Target, and I was like, okay, well, I guess, and I had to go to Target, and then I looked at it, and I'm reading the back, and I'm like, okay, I think that I actually would, really like this. It's kind of a reverse of the typical romantasy, in that the female main character is the morally gray one instead of the male main character being morally gray. So it's a very interesting dynamic that's very different. And I'm freaking obsessed with it. It's incredible. And also I've realized the books that I've read this year that I really like dark fantasy. I have said for so long, I don't like dark romance. I don't like dark books. I like fantasy romance. But I don't like them to be dark. And then I have looked at all the books that I've read this year, and I'm like, all of the ones that I really loved were dark fantasy. Not dark romance, because they are different, but dark fantasy. And I'm having a good time, a good time with it. I picked up a couple more books at the bookstore. Literally yesterday. Was it yesterday?
That was Friday.
Day before.
That was Friday.
That are also dark fantasy that I'm very much looking to read.
Yes.
So.
We've got so many books to read. I have, what's on your TBR? What's your TBR number?
Well, I don't save a lot of books to my TBR, mostly because if it gets too long, then I won't read them.
Mm.
But we can take a look at my to read pile has 19 books on it. And all of those are parts of series, and all of them are only book one. So I don't
Mhm.
add the whole series to my TBR. I
Mhm.
just add book one. So I have 19 series that I'm currently
Mhm.
looking into reading. Um, which is very interesting. Some of these are book fives or book like the next one that will
Yep.
come out. So like I have Gods and Monsters 5 on
Yep.
here that comes out later this year. I have Lightwing, which is the sequel to Hollow. I have Fan Alchemy number 3,
Yep.
which will come out next year.
Mhm.
It's supposed to come out this year, but then it got
Yeah.
delayed
Yep.
due to some health stuff. Um and then let's see, I have some other like I've got Imperium Book 4 on
Yep.
here as well. Um but yeah, and then I'm trying to think of like other uh I don't have on here, but yeah, I have 19 books on my
I have
TBR right now.
74 books on
Oh
my
my god.
TBR. A lot of them, a good chunk of them are like unreleased books that I know I'm going to read
Yeah.
like in the next series, but then I also have like standalones that I have physical copies of too that I
Mhm.
haven't read yet. So there's probably only a small amount of books that like I don't own.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's also feels bad because I'm like, okay, well, these are a lot of books I do need to read eventually. And a lot of them are things I have physical copies of too that I'm working my way through. I think I've caught up on a lot of all of the books that I bought like last
That's
summer,
good.
I think. So I think there's only mm, I think I caught up on all the books I bought last summer
Nice.
now. So I think it's more like within the last 6 months of like physical copies of
Excuse
books
me.
that I gotten. So, but also there's so many new releases that are coming out.
I know.
Plus
I
I
was just
have,
looking at my
yeah,
calendar. So in July we have The Next Beast of the Briar coming out. And then in September, we have Imperium Not Book 4 and Lightwing, the second book,
yep,
the sequel to Hollow. In October, we have The Final Beast of the Briar and Akatar 6, literally a week apart.
yep.
And then in November, we get Fae and Alchemy. Oh, never mind. I gotta move that. That'll be 2027.
Yep.
I have Gods and Monsters. The next one will come out in November.
Yep.
And then December doesn't look like I have anything, but there's so many books coming
Yep.
out. Yeah.
So we got a lot to keep us busy for reading.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
No wonder we talked so long about reading
I know.
so far because we had so many books that we've read that we really enjoyed. We have so many coming up. So
Mhm.
we love reading our
Love
Smutty
reading.
Little Romance
Love
books.
reading.
Love
Yeah.
reading. I think the only other thing we have on our list is our bestie got married.
Yeah.
Our
Lex
bestie
got
got
married.
married. Our bestie Lex got married, aka Tiny Glowing Star for those that are on our stream and know of usernames
Mm-hmm.
instead of names. But they got married at the end of May. It was a great
It was
wedding.
a great wedding.
It
Yeah.
was really good. Um they got married at their cottage at a redacted location.
Mm-hmm.
Their
She
family.
was stunning.
Yes, she was so stunning. We saw like one picture come back so far.
Yeah. I can't wait.
I
To
can't
get
wait
those
till all the
pictures.
formal pictures, and we got some nice pictures of us two as a group
Yep.
and everything. The food was delicious.
So good.
It was delicious. And the weather turned out really nice.
Yeah. Beautiful day.
Short and sweet ceremony.
Yeah.
We had a really chill like morning getting ready. Like it
Yep.
wasn't too stressful or
Mm-hmm.
anything. So overall, I feel like it was just a lovely wedding, and we had a really fun batch weekend
Yeah.
too. I came up for a 4-day weekend, and we had a good amount of activities planned. We went
Yeah.
to a different romance bookstore in their area where they live, which was really fun. Went out and got a lot of good food. We cooked a lot of good food. Grace cooked a lot of good food.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Because I like to cook.
yes. So we had a nice steak dinner. We had lots of good breakfasts, other food. We
Yeah.
ordered some food in when we felt too lazy.
Yep.
We kind of just like chilled. Like we spent a lot of we like did some stuff, and then we
Yeah.
chilled a lot of the time, read our books together,
Mm-hmm.
drank, of
Yep.
course, because it's batch weekend.
Of course.
Of course. Like we said earlier, we watched Heated Rivalry together. But it was a really fun weekend. It was
Yeah.
nice getaway
Yeah.
to get
It was a good
away,
time.
and good stress reliever before the stress of all the wedding stuff
Oh yeah, for sure.
came up for Lex. So that was a really nice time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now Grace is here. She's leaving tomorrow, sadly, but
I know, I leave tomorrow, but then I get to see you again.
so it'll be fine. We get to see you in like 5 days
Yeah.
after that, so it won't be too sad, but then after that, it'll be sad.
Mhm.
It's for some reason always after SGDQ, it's like forever till we see each
I
other
know,
again.
because then it's like the end of the summer, and then I go back to work and back to college and everything, and
So it's just, so I think the next time we'll see each other won't be till Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
After SGDQ, which is such a long time.
I know.
Such a bummer. But you've got a lot of stuff going on for the rest of the summer.
Yeah. So after this trip, then we have GDQ.
Yep.
And then literally right after GDQ, I'm going to go visit my boyfriend for over a week, like right after. And then after I get home, like 2 weeks after that, I'm going to Disney.
Yep.
With my family for my brother's 21st birthday. And so then I'll be that. And then like a couple weeks after that, I go back to work. Yep. So I'm like, holy cow, things got wild.
Yep.
And very, very nuts, but it's gonna be.
I'm gonna be so lonely in the Discord calls without y'all.
I know.
Don't know what to do with myself.
I have to read more books.
I guess so. I guess so. Damn.
Yeah,
I can't believe I have to read more books.
I can't believe you have to. I'm forcing you to catch up on your TBR. Maybe get far enough in your TBR that you can start Gods and Monsters. Yeah. This is my scheme. Yeah. I'm taking all these trips to force her to read the books that I want her to read.
For certain. But that was pretty much the recap of the last 8 months.
Yeah, I know.
That was the highlights.
It was just a recap and basically nothing new except for the fact that we're going to be running at SGDQ. Yeah,
that was the biggest piece of new news. Yeah, got some new news.
New news. But otherwise, we will very, very hopefully be recording more coming up and being more consistent with some podcast stuff.
Yes.
So we will see you again.
We will.
Soon.
It's a threat.
That's a threat.
We'll see you again.
We know your username. I'm kidding. But yeah, I think that's all we have today. So thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. And of course, stick around for clips and stuff that we'll get out on socials. Yes. And we'll see you again very soon.
Bye.